and good night to some of you. This is a very special broadcast, and of course, we must pray. And prayer we must, this very evening and always going forward. And I will pray in the language of heaven, because Chukwu Kikabiyama is in control of all that we have been doing and will continue to do until Biafra is restored and all the suffering indigenous populations in the damnable zoological republic are set free. Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile Chukwu Okike abịa onye na-efe na aja aha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla na ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebede ngọzi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro. Iwe nye anyị ndụ ala nke dị n'uwe n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị. Onye ọbụla anyị aka ike niile nọ gbadara aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma anyị ga-ekele gị nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-eto gị, wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee eziokwu mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na ihe n'ikwuru anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe. Agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbọgba ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna n'ihere bụ nke ndị dị etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-eto gị, wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile. Onye ọbụla anyị a na-azọpụta, onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na otuto na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise, ise, ise.
Welcome, my fellow Biafrans. Thank you so much for joining me on this very broadcast today. I appreciate you wherever you're connecting from. If you're joining me from Biafra land, you're joining from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, whichever part of the world you're joining me from, I say, may Chukwu Okike Abịama guide and protect you. Thank you so much for joining. Please, if you have not shared the video, kindly share the video to your family and friends. Share it in any platform where you belong. Share it. That is the only way we can be able to pass this message. It's very important. I must tell you that this is a very critical time in the time of struggle. In the restoration of Biafra, as I've always told you, that Biafra is much more closer today than it was yesterday. If you think that it is still far, Biafra is not far away. Biafra is very close to you and I, much more close than it was yesterday. That is why we must be steadfast and strong in whatever we are doing. And when you are seeing all the challenges that are coming from all corners, from all angles, you have to know that the time is now. You have to know that the time is near. When you see the kind of blackmail that is coming from all angles, from east, west, north, and south, the blackmail that is coming from some imposters, from saboteurs, you will now understand that Biafra is very close. And as Biafra is drawing close, you can see the chaff is being separated from the wheat. There is a great demarcation that is coming to demarcate the good people and the bad people. Those who are sincerely and legitimately fighting for the freedom of their people and those who are not fighting for the freedom. Today, you can see the difference between the distractors and those who are the freedom fighters. It is today clearer than it was yesterday. And we must stand firm and continue to do the right thing and continue to follow things the way it should be. A lot of distraction is going to come. Do not allow yourself to be distracted. More distraction is going to come, and it will come in a way that you cannot imagine. If anybody tells you that it's coming to an end, it's not coming to an end. Today, we are going to deal with an issue. An issue. See, there has been a lot of blackmail against our supreme leader, Nnamdi Kanu, against IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, against the agitators. So many blackmail. And when we come to debunk those blackmail against us, people think we are just saying it. People think because we are the ones saying it, they wouldn't believe us. But today, I am going to prove everything I've been saying for a very long time with a video. I'm going to play several videos for you to see actually what is happening. Video of something that transpired in their conventional media. a video that was aired in their conventional media, the defense that was played in their conventional media. You know, sometimes when we come to our platform on social media to defend the indigenous people of Biafra, the IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to defend what is happening, to debunk all the lies they are bringing against us, some people think we are just blabbing, but we are saying the truth. And when I come here to tell you that the northern part of Nigeria have been taken over by the terrorists, and the government is not bothered, when we say it, people don't take it serious. They think that we are just blabbing, we are just hating. Every single thing I say in my platform is not out of hate. It is the truth and nothing but the truth. And today, I am going to prove everything I've been saying for a very long time with a video, so that you can watch the video and compare it with what so many of us that are agitators, so many of us who are sincerely agitating for Biafra, what we have been saying, you will see it be playing out. Forget about the distractors. Today, you know there are so many distractors. As I told you yesterday, that each time you come to a platform and that platform is not preaching Biafra, these are the distractors. Any platform that claims to be fighting for the freedom of Biafran people and is not in support of Biafra, is not mentioning Biafra, run away from such platform. Any platform that is preaching hate speech, preaching division, creating division, do not go to that platform. Run away for your life. We are following only one man, our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I tell you again, there is no way you can love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and hate Biafra. Anybody that comes to his or her platform to begin to shout Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, praise Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, use his picture, use his video to play, use his prayer, just as I have done, and you find out that that person doesn't support Biafra, run away for your life. These are the agents of darkness that have been paid to destroy the struggle. These are the people who have been paid by the caliphate to destroy the struggle. And the open work they are doing, the attack they are coming with is very open and plain. The caliphate have given some people an assignment, and the assignment they gave them is to create division. That very thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have mended. The caliphate saw that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been able to unite the old southeastern region, which is the Biafra land. The old southeastern region, the present south and the southeast with the lower Benue. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was able to merge everybody together, and we are speaking on one voice as one people. And the caliphate is not happy about that. They are surprised. They don't know how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu managed to do it. Now they have paid some people to bring back that division. They have paid some people, and they are working very hard. They are working very hard. They have gone to the extent of declaring a nation. Declaring a nation with the intention of tribal hatred and tribal division. That is the ultimate goal they are pursuing. That is why I say you have to keep your ears open. Don't follow a platform because you saw the picture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Don't follow a platform because you had the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there. Don't follow a platform because they are calling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Follow a platform that is pronouncing Biafra with their boldness, claiming Biafra, fighting for Biafra, and loving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can't love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and hate Biafra. These distractors, Chukwu Okuka Abiyama, have vomited them out. Go to their platform. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us that he has no other God. He worshipped no other God except Chukwu Okuka Abiyama that liveth in heaven. The Almighty Chukwu Okuka Abiyama Purimi Henine, that is the creator of heaven and earth that can do all things. He doesn't attach any other God to it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have never mentioned Chukwu Okuka Abiyama and then try to bring other gods to attach to it. No. But today, what you see in some platform is they are bringing different kinds of God. Even after mentioning Chukwu Okuka Abiyama, they will bring their gods to begin to station their gods to confuse you. They will use Chukwu Okuka Abiyama to attract you. When you hear Chukwu Okuka Abiyama, you see the picture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you hear the prayer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you hear the preaching. That will be the attraction force. They will attract you to come closer. And when you come closer, they will now unleash their evil. They will begin to invite different kinds of gods. You will hear them speaking about different kinds of gods in their planet, in their channel, and denouncing Biafra that you are supposed to be fighting for. Run away from such platform. These are the people who are being paid, but we are dealing with Chukwu Okuka Abiyama have exposed them. We don't need to talk much about them because every single Biafran that is genuine, every genuine Biafrans are sensible people. Biafran people, they are very, very intelligent and sensible people. It doesn't matter the kind of amount you bring. It doesn't matter the blackmail you bring. It doesn't matter the way you try to cajole them. It doesn't matter the kind of name you call them. It doesn't matter how you try to blackmail them. Biafran people are wonderful people. The old Southeastern region, it doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter your religion, we are one people. The struggle is not about a tribe. The struggle is not about religion. The struggle is not about your location. What we know is that we are one people in the old Southeastern region. We suffer the same fate. We are facing the same challenge. We have the same ancestral parents. We have the similar culture. Our culture is the same, not similar, the same culture. We have the same culture. We eat the same food. Look at everybody in the old Southeastern region. You will see a replica of yourself without being told. When they speak, it doesn't matter the language. You will hear one or two words from your own language in theirs. That is how united we are. That is how one we are. And if anybody try to bring any message to demonize any tribe in the old Southeastern region, it doesn't matter whom that person is. Run away from them. Run away for your life. Run away for your life. These are the people who are destroying the handwork of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These are the people who are out to destroy everything that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have worked for. As they are doing the bidding of the caliphate is on the other side, cooking their blackmail with their unknown gunmen. Cooking their blackmail, using their unknown gunmen, the political unknown gunmen that they created. Unknown gunmen that we know that the government of the caliphate created by themselves to fight against the Biafra struggle. They are using it to blackmail the Biafrans, to showcase it to the world that we are terrorists. But the world knows the truth because the world have seen them play this game time and time again. They didn't play the first time. It wasn't the second time. It's not the third time, not the fourth time, and will not be the last time. Every one of us saw it when they played this same game. This same game they are playing against the Biafra. They played this game when the group of people were fighting for a better Nigeria during the NSAS. Remember the NSAS? That is why you have to give a cut for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is for good. Even NSAS that was for a better Nigeria, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu supported it from beginning to end. He supported it. It was for better. It wasn't for Biafra. The NSAS wasn't for breakup. NSAS was for a better Nigeria. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu keyed into it. What he's doing for is something that is going to work. Something that works. But what did the government do? The evil caliphate and their government, what did they do? They by themselves decided to empower the hoodlums with arms and ammunition. They empowered the hoodlums to go after the legitimate protesters, the legitimate NSAS protesters, and they mowed down money of them, destroyed properties, burned down and chased them away. We saw it on video. They did it with their hoodlums. They did it with their hoodlums. We saw a security vehicle, a security jeep in Abuja, bringing hoodlums to drop them and give them weapons. We saw it. The video is still online. Even as I'm speaking to you, the video is still online. These are evidence, very clear evidence on what the caliphate can do, on what the evil government of Nigeria can do. So when we are telling you that they are blackmailing IPOB, some of you think that we are just taking a defense. We are trying to defend ourselves. We are trying to pretend. We are not pretend. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a man that pretends, and we, the followers, are not pretending. Whatever we do, we claim responsibility. We do something, we claim responsibility. When you see the seat at home, we are sitting at home on our own without anybody being enforcing it, and we are not enforcing it at home. People on their own are sitting at home, and we claim responsibility for it. That is what Biafrans do. But this caliphate, you know, they have done this blackmail time and time again. You saw them during the time of NSAS. In Lagos, you saw a luxurious boss bringing hoodlums to take over an arena where illegitimate protesters are, with a weapon, being escorted by the police. We saw it on video. Not audio, on video, not on picture. We saw it on video happen. If that one is not enough for you, you saw the one that happened in Lekki Toll Gate. In Lekki Toll Gate, after they have tried their hoodlums and they see that the people were still standing on their ground, they went and unleashed their Boko Haram military in Lekki Toll Gate. At the end of the day, did you see them hold anybody responsible? They were even claiming that those people were not military, unknown military. Unknown military men were unleashed against innocent citizens who were holding up the flag of Nigeria, talking about NSAS. It happened before the whole world. The whole world saw it. Eventually, Chukwu arrested CNN. CNN was able to blow the horn and everybody had it. And the government came upon CNN. They came and attacked CNN. They threatened to ban CNN for the report they made. All the media in Nigeria that are on the ground could not be able to be bold enough to speak up and provide evidence. It was the CNN that blew the horn. But today, when we are still shouting and revealing that thing that we know that these are the people doing it, the game, we know that this is the game they play, some people still have doubt. But today, I'm not going to talk alone. I am going to prove everything I'm saying today with a video. I'm going to prove it with a video. You know, for a very long time, we have been telling that we are not responsible. The IPOB, the ESN, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not responsible for any insecurity or the killings that you are seeing in Biafra land. We are not in charge of the unknown gunmen. Neither do we have anything to do with unknown gunmen. Unknown gunmen are not the ESN. They are not members of IPOB. These are political groups that are fighting against the legitimate group that are fighting for their own independence. We say it and time again, and people say we are making noise. People say we are talking rubbish. But today, I'm going to play for you a video that was aired, was it yesterday, in Channel Television? Somebody was interviewed, a security officer who have worked in strategic places. You will hear him introduce himself. A security officer who has worked in many strategic places in that very contraption called Nigeria. He has worked, including in Anambra State. You will hear from that very security man what he had to say about the insecurity in the Southeast. You will hear from him firsthand what he said about the insecurity. Who is responsible? Who is to be blamed? Is it IPOB? Is it ESN that are the ones killing people, taking innocent life, beheading people? You are going to hear from a security officer in the caliphate, in that same, and he's not an Igbo man. The man that is going to speak is not an Igbo man. I'm going to play the video for you so that you will hear directly from this man. Then you can be able to be reaching to conclusion and know that everything we are saying is not just a noise making. We are saying based on evidence. Every information we are giving is based on evidence on the ground. So I'm going to play the video for you. Just wait, listen carefully to every single thing that the man has to say. Just be patient, listen carefully. Every single statement that that man has to make, you are going to get a lot of points. You are going to understand so many things. You know, when we say it, when we come on social media, they say, social media, you don't have the truth. You have only lies. You have blackmail. We're not blackmailing. We are defending ourselves without protecting evil. But today, you are going to see this very thing was aired in Channel Television. A security officer was in. Even when Channel Television tried to blackmail him to paint IPOB evil, he stood his ground and he was telling them that you have to hear directly from him. Listen carefully. Watch from beginning to end. You will understand what we are saying and where the problem is coming from. Let us watch. This security man is not even a Biafran. He's somebody from Urudua land who has held important posts, including in Anambra State. You will hear from him and know where the problem is coming from. Let us watch.
Abe is a retired commissioner of police, a former commissioner of police in Kaduna State, pioneer commandant, Mobile Police Training College in Osun State, as well as former Deputy Commissioner of Police Operations, Anambra Command. He joins us along with Zubair Abdul Rauf, who is Community Leader, Burning Gwari, Kaduna State, and former Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, Kaduna State Media Corporation, KSMC, Radio and Television between 2002 and 2008. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us this morning. Mr. Abe, let me begin with you. We hope we'll be able to get one or two other persons to join us this morning in this conversation. But you have served in Anambra State, Mr. Abe, and there are those who are still as shocked as one can imagine exactly what is happening in Anambra State. First of all, at the time you got this news, how did it come to you?
Thank you for having me on this program. Yeah, I served in Anambra State as the Deputy Commissioner of Police Operations. And we had a lot of challenges, but we were able then to solve a lot of these security challenges. I can say that, and it's on record, because that was the period one of the most notorious criminals in Anambra State was arrested, Ifabu. And this incident, as a matter of fact, came to me as a shock. I knew there were at some level of criminalities in the state, but the extent at which it was pushed was so shocking. The beheading of the lawmaker, and I think time has come for the talking to stop, and we should initiate actions.
When this man, yeah, just a quick one. This man, please go ahead, complete the thought.
This man, each time I read from the pages of newspaper and they say that unknown gunmen, I keep asking myself, where are these unknown gunmen coming from? They come from within the society. This war is now supposed to be carried on by the general public within these communities, because these men cannot come to cause havoc and disappear into the same community, and they are accepted and they live their normal life. So their time has come for us to really take action as a community and the people.
What kind of action would you be proposing? Because there are those, for instance, the chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum, Governor Umar, he was saying that, you know, he thinks that this is largely politically motivated, some of the issues that are going on now. The victim that we are talking about, for instance, you know, we understand just picked up a form to return to the House of Assembly in the same state, and then this. So one is wondering, in your opinion, and from what you have seen, perhaps the few information that you may have been able to pick up, is this politically motivated or just sheer criminality?
We should be able to differentiate between political killings and criminalities. As far as I'm concerned, let's look at the basis for the activities of these groups within the Southeast. They intend to create fear. And one of the sources you can create fear is to take it to the people in government. And I think as soon as they succeed in doing this, they try to establish their presence within the community. And I don't look at it wholly as a political killing.
You have heard from him. This is not all of it. This is just the beginning. This is just the preamble. You have heard from him the explanation, talking about the political killing and the hoodlums who are perpetrating this evil. But when this man gave this explanation about the political thing, where he was trying to give the explanation, the channel television are not yet convinced. They want him to speak in a certain tone. It seems as if it's not clear, and this man has to went further. They continue to ask him a question to make sure that IPOB is being indicted. But along the line, you will see that IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the ESN was vindicated. I am going to play another section of the video where much more question, where the question was taken deep. The question was taken deeper to ask this man. He was being asked, the people who are really responsible, are these people member of IPOB? Are they IPOB member? He was being asked directly. He was being pushed to answer in a certain way. They tried to interview and make sure. This very interview was just yesterday. It was just yesterday. This man that is talking is from Oduduwa land. He's not a Biafran. A security officer who has operated even in the Biafra land in Anambra State that we're talking about. And I'm going to play another set of video where he was asked a question directly about the insecurity and those who are involved in the criminality that is happening in Biafra land today. He was asked directly for him to speak and say, who is responsible for the criminality that's happening in Biafra land today? Watch and listen to what he has to answer.
Whether it is politically motivated or not, which we've not been able to establish, government has in the past several times pointed accusing fingers at the proscribed IPOB. And IPOB has said, look, we're not responsible for the killings in the Southeast. We're not responsible for the attacks. During your time as police commissioner in Anambra, perhaps you had made arrests. In which direction did your investigations point at? Did it absolve IPOB more often than not of guilt in much of the attacks in the Southeast, particularly in Anambra where you served?
I started in Anambra as the Deputy Commissioner of Police Operations. And the activities of this group was, I can say, much checked. Then it was more of MASOB, not IPOB, during our time in Anambra State. It was more of IPOB, and we took the war to them. we took the war to them, and so we were able to keep them completely away from the city centers, and they were restricted within the forest areas. And periodically, we carried on patrols and checks with a joint military exercise to this area. So I think between the 2011, 2012, and 13 that I left, the activities of these hoodlums was completely checked.
Now, with the new governor's approach, meeting with the leader of the proscribed group, upon assumption of office, he offered amnesty to the groups and, opened the door to dialogue. Yet, the attacks have not stopped. In fact, we have seen the killings heighten, especially over the weekend. What is this signaling as far as whether the events, the insecurity in Anambra in the southeast are politically motivated or not?
I think we are not negotiating in the position of strength. We are giving them opportunity to present their own cases. These people are hoodlums, they are criminals, and honestly, successive government has tried to call them to table and talk to them, but it's not working. We should, I think, discourage ourselves from talking to these criminals. They are criminals. The law does not allow us to negotiate.
Who are criminals? Please be clear.
These are hoodlums. Anybody that goes to the street with arms, kill at will, honestly, the Constitution does not favor that, and they are criminals.
Are you saying members of the group, the proscribed group, are criminals?
Not the proscribed group. Let's not. These people are identified as the IPOB, the MASOB, are groups that are fighting for a presumed cause. But they are telling you we are not the ones doing this. And I believe that too, that they are not the ones doing it. The criminals hiding behind these groups should be treated as such. IPOB has consistently told you that they are not the one carrying out these killings. They have come out to say so, and we believe that they are not the ones. So whoever is doing it are not IPOB or MASOB. They are criminals and should be treated as such.
Well, it will seem as though, IPOB gives out.
Did you hear him? I believe you heard what this man said. The person that is interviewing him is trying by all means to make sure that the IPOB is being indicted. He was trying to find out who are those responsible. Even when the man said it was hoodlums, the man said criminals and hoodlums. She went ahead to begin to mention IPOB. You are talking about hoodlums, but is it IPOB? Are they IPOB? The man said no, it is not IPOB. He answered and said, no, it is not IPOB. These are criminals. These are criminals. He said these are hoodlums, are criminals, not IPOB. The man said it directly to him that these are not IPOB. And he said that IPOB have come so many times to say that we are not the one responsible. And they believed us. He said it, that they believe that it is not IPOB that is responsible. This man that is speaking is a security man. He's not a Biafran. He's not a member of the IPOB. But he is saying that it is not IPOB, that these people are hoodlums and criminals. And IPOB have come and said that they are not involved, they are not what. It is not ESN. It is not ESN. He has said it and said that they believe that it is not us. But what do you see? You see the propaganda of the government. When the government want to speak on their own platform, they will begin to peddle lies. They will pay people. Even people who claim to be members of IPOB will be indicting themselves. Some members of IPOB will be indicting a fellow Biafran, a fellow member of IPOB, and you'll be trying to, you think you are doing the best. You don't know you are doing it to yourself. You will think you are indicting your brother, you know, that have a very big platform that is talking about the freedom of the people, fighting earnestly for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You will be channeling the whole problem to him. You'll be trying to indict your brother, not knowing that you want to indict yourself. It doesn't matter how you hate Simon Ekpa. It doesn't matter how you hate Simon Ekpa. The whole world know that that man is calling for the freedom of Biafra. They know that he's fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They know that he's fighting for actualization of Biafra. So each time you try to twist the word and begin to divert to him, you are actually indicting yourself. This man was asked directly, he was asked, Who are those? Are they IPOB? Those criminals, those criminals you're talking about, those hoodlums you're talking about, are they IPOB? Are they the ones? The man who is the woman that interviewed him, asked him directly. The man said, no, these are not IPOB. IPOB has said they are not the one, and we believe them. I want you to hear it again. Hear it again. Listen carefully. Watch it very carefully and hear it again. Directly from the man. This man is not a Biafran. He's a security man in that Janjaweed country. He's a Yoruba man. Oduduwa man. They interviewed. But if it were to be even a Biafran man cannot be bold to speak the way this man is speaking. Look at the bold thing that this man is saying, boldly, in their own national television. It's not in social media. This is channel television where this man is saying this. Watch and hear it again. Hear it again.
These hoodlums, anybody that goes to the street with arms, kill at will, honestly, the Constitution does not favor that, and they are criminals.
Are you saying members of the group, the proscribed group, are criminals?
Not the proscribed group. Let's not. These people are identified as the IPOB, the MASOB, are groups that are fighting for a presumed cause. But they are telling you we are not the ones doing this. And I believe that too, that they are not the ones doing it. The criminals hiding behind these groups should be treated as such. IPOB has consistently told you that they are not the one carrying out these killings. They have come out to say so, and we believe that they are not the ones. So whoever is doing it are not IPOB or MASOB. They are criminals and should be treated as such.
Well, it will seem that...
I hope you heard it. I hope you heard it from the man. This is a security officer. A security officer in Nigeria is saying this, that it is not IPOB, neither is it ESN, neither is it any Biafra agitator that is doing this, but hoodlums and criminals. And the question remains, why is this that the Nigerian government itself cannot be able to identify this criminal with all the militarization of Biafra land? With all the way the Biafra land is being militarized, the whole military in Nigeria are in Biafra land, yet this kind of crime is being committed in Biafra land. They cannot be able to point out. They are still telling us unknown gunmen, unknown gunmen, unknown gunmen. Ask yourself why. You have seen somebody vindicating IPOB, a security officer in that country called Nigeria, vindicating IPOB. The man is not a Biafra man. Hear it again from him. Hear it. In case when we talk, they will say we are trying to defend. When we say, they will say we are trying to blackmail. When we talk, they will not believe. Now you are hearing from their conventional media. Somebody is there defending the cause of IPOB and Biafra. Somebody who is not even a Biafran. Listen to him and hear it again.
These hoodlums, anybody that goes to the street with arms, kill at will, honestly, the Constitution does not favor that, and they are criminals.
Are you saying members of the group, the proscribed group, are criminals?
Not the proscribed group. Let's not. These people are identified as the IPOB, the MASOB, are groups that are fighting for a presumed cause. But they are telling you we are not the ones doing this. And I believe that too, that they are not the ones doing it. The criminals hiding behind these groups should be treated as such. IPOB has consistently told you that they are not the one carrying out these killings. They have come out to say so, and we believe that they are not the ones. So whoever is doing it are not IPOB or MASOB. They are criminals and should be treated as such.
Well, it will seem that...
You have heard him. Do we have any other thing to say? You have heard him. But when we come online, we begin to shout and begin to defend and begin to talk about this. Some people think we are just ranting. Those who are talking about their one Nigeria that can never survive. A Nigeria that even a blind man knows that one Nigeria cannot survive. It doesn't matter how you pretend to love Nigeria. There is nobody that is, nobody can that is submissive to that one Nigeria. None. None. Nobody can come and say he wants to die for Nigeria. But you see some of them pretending, as of their selfish interest, out of their wickedness, they will come and begin to peddle their lies. They begin to support evil. When you know that it is the government itself that is sponsoring the insecurity in the Southeast, when we say it, you don't believe it. Today, you have heard it. From their conventional media, a security officer from Yoruba land, who have served in so many places in the north, even in Nnamdi State, he is telling you that the people that are responsible for the problem is not IPOB, neither is it what's up, neither is it ESN. The people that are responsible are the hoodlums. And who are that hoodlums? Why is it that with the whole militarization in the Biafra land that these people cannot be found out? It is because the government are the sponsors with their DSS. They are the one that are taking the life of innocent people. They are the one who have taken the name of unknown. And this unknown of a thing is not today that we begin to hear it. We have been hearing unknown for very long time. Unknown soldiers. We have heard about the operation of the unknown soldiers. They killed Fela Mother. It is the federal government that sponsored it. You saw the killing of Kudirat. Who did it? It was the government. So many other killings have been done. You saw the killing of Gulag in Imo State. Unknown people. Did they find out the people up to today? No one was found out. Now, how can you tell me, with the whole militarization in Biafra land, they will catch somebody, behead the person, bring the head and dump in the street. Nobody will find them out. And they are going to this operation in broad daylight. But you see them, even this, their media, you see the media, they will try to push the blame to IPOB. They will try to push the blame. Some of them will tell you that the problem started since they sit at home. There has been militarization, there has been criminality, there has been ritual killing, there has been political murders, political killing, political insecurity have been there from independence. It is not IPOB that created it. Every time there is a politics, every time there is campaign, there is always this killing. This killing is always there. Both ritual killing, political, they are always there. But you see their media, they are using their media to paint light. And they were not yet satisfied. They went ahead to begin to ask the man some further question. And I want you to hear the last question they asked the man and what he has to respond. Let us watch. Watch and open your ears so that when we are putting our defense, you will know that we are not just making noise and blabbing. We are talking based on evidence, evidence-based. Every argument I'm bringing here is based on evidence that IPOB, ESN is not responsible for the insecurity in Biafra land. Watch the next question I was asked and how the man responded.
As we see in Kaduna, we also have an equally complex situation in Anambra. This is especially as, you know, we continue to see denials by IPOB that this is not them. Whatever is happening in Anambra is not them. Who do you think, because all of this started, this sit at home, you know, some violence in the southeast seemed to have started on the back of agitations. We saw it in Imo, we've seen it in Anambra, parts of Ebonyi have experienced it, even some parts of Abia. But right now we're seeing that Anambra is the one under focus. Who do you think has a responsibility to say, you know what, we've looked at it and these are truly not IPOB agitators? Do you think that this should be the IPOB trying to prove that they're not the ones, or do you think that it should be the state trying to sift wheat from chaff?
Thank you, Malbe. I think time has come that we should view things in its real perspective. The MASOB and IPOB, they have consistently come out to say, look, we are not the ones doing this. And this agitations has lingered on for quite a long time. I think high time we sit back and consider doing some of the needfuls. Since these people are unknown and they appear to be presenting a front before the government and saying this violence, we are not the one creating it. We are for social reasons. I think we need to reconsider one issue and examine whether or not they actually have a genuine case and invite them to a table where we can discuss and resolve this issue once and for all, to avoid this bloodletting and some other groups come in the name of IPOB or myself and creating havoc in the communities. I think
What I find disturbing is there's a conversation, Mr. Abe, if I may. I mean, there's a conversation already ongoing. We've seen moves by the current governor who has said from day one that he believes that there should be negotiation. He has visited the leader of the group, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in DSS custody. And Nnamdi Kanu has also said that, he doesn't think that the way he doesn't think that that is IPOB doing those kinds of things, and if that is, that they should stop those kinds of things. Negotiations are currently ongoing, but the killings are not abating. That's the troubling part of it. What I'm wondering is, shouldn't we be seeing a collaboration between, IPOB and the state agents to actually fish out those who are, perpetrating this evil in the southeast?
I do believe too that should be done, because and sometimes we look at the sincerity of government in doing certain things. And I think these IPOB members are human beings and they belong to the southeastern region. And if they are convinced that the government is honest and sincere about this move, I think they will come forward to resolve this issue.
In the meantime, what do you think? Because right now we're not clear on the motives of these people. Communities are being attacked. This is not kidnapping for ransom. This is kidnapping to make a statement. The lawmaker who was kidnapped, his head was reportedly found in a motor park. You have to ask, what exactly is the motive? There have been all manner of gory... What exactly... Most times when criminals commit a crime, oftentimes there is some benefit, which accrues to them. For those who are rapists, they have their own benefits. For those who are kidnappers, one could see economic benefit. For those who are armed robbers, you could see the economic implications of that. But for this group of people, what precisely do they stand to benefit?
To create fear, to make the people submit to them. Fear is the greatest benefit such organization can achieve. To create fear. If they can go to the extent to kill such a highly placed individuals in the community, I think they have been able to establish themselves in that community, and they are going to now be in perpetual control of their community, and the people must now do exactly what they want to be done. If we say don't go into politics, don't go into an election campaign, if you do, this is going to be exactly what will happen to you. They've been able to...
Really big questions.
Great fear.
I think it's important to state at this point that we try to get the Deputy Superintendent.
You see, if you have paid attention in this very discussion, if you have paid attention, you find out that this Mowukwe is another evil woman. You find out that Mowukwe, even when this man have told him, even when this man have said in their program that IPOB is not responsible for the insecurity, not responsible for the killings, Mowukwe is still asking questions, trying to drag IPOB into the whole scene. Even when this man have made it openly, said directly to them that IPOB is not involved in it, even after saying that openly, that the whole world can see. Even after this man have said it openly, that the whole world, in case for those people who are just coming now, I will play it again, where this man answered and said, IPOB is not responsible. And he has every reason to believe that IPOB is not responsible, and they believe it. Yet, this lady Mowukwe is trying to rope IPOB into this very. Watch where that man said that again.
These hoodlums, anybody that goes to the street with arms, kill at will, honestly, the Constitution does not favor that, and they are criminals.
Are you saying members of the group, the proscribed group, are criminals?
Not the proscribed group. Let's not. These people are identified as the IPOB, the MASOB, are groups that are fighting for a presumed cause, but they are telling you we are not the ones doing this. And I believe that too, that they are not the ones doing it. The criminals hiding behind these groups should be treated as such. IPOB has consisted.
You heard him. You heard this man directly. That it is not IPOB. IPOB is not the one. It's not the one killing people. But yet, you see Maugwe trying to rope IPOB in, even when she was asking their question, talking about beheading and all the rest. Maugwe was still trying to drag IPOB into it. She was still trying to drag IPOB into the discussion, even when this man have made it clear that IPOB is not responsible. That Biafran agitators and other people, that these Biafran people are fighting for a cause that is known by all men. Everybody in this world know that we are fighting for our independence. Self-determination is what we are asking for, and nothing more. Self-determination. But you see her when she was asking a question, she went to the extent of telling us that the government have tried to open up a negotiation, and the man still told her that sincerity is the key. That the government have to be sincere when they are discussing with IPOB. They have to be sincere in their discussion. How sincere are they? How sincere are they in their discussion? You are discussing with IPOB, yet their supreme leader is in captivity. You are discussing with IPOB, what do they call him? The governor of Anambra State went to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, yet members of IPOB are being killed in Anambra State. Some of them are in prison. You visited the prison, you didn't release them. They have not been released. Members of IPOB who have not committed any crime are still in prison in Anambra State. Homes of people are being burned in Anambra State by the military. The governor is not saying anything. You want to open up a negotiation, yet you still have your military invasion in Biafra land. What is the sincerity in the discussion? That is what the man was asking. What is the sincerity?
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you, if you come and stand on the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold the whole of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals. They are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You cannot go everywhere. We must continue.